Alright, hello everybody. Welcome once again to another exciting rendition of Edpuzzle Notes. Today we're going to be moving on from mitosis and we're going to just start to scratch the surface of what's called meiosis. It is a different type of cell reproduction. These little black structures up here, obviously these are our chromosomes. Chromosomes. It's basically our DNA. DNA is what has like the code or the instructions for making you who you are. So if you have blue eyes, you can say thank you very much to chromosome pair number 15. Because it is those two chromosomes that determine whether you have blue eyes or not blue eyes. So anything between green, brown, whatever. Chromosome 15 determines your eye color, blue or not blue. You can see we have 23 pairs. 23 pairs of chromosomes. So we got two number ones, two number twos. The chromosomes get smaller and smaller as you move down the line. 23 pairs for a total of 46 chromosomes. Now where do we get these things? The reason we have two of each is you can look over here. You're going to get one, which is paternal, which basically means it's from your dad, and the other one you get from your mom. So each one of these 23 pairs, one of them you're getting from your mom, and the other one you're getting from your dad. So you're kind of half of your mom and half of your dad. All right, so here we go. Meiosis. It's a process in which we're going to make, so remember in mitosis we made two cells. So basically one cell made an exact copy of itself and formed two exact copies, two cells that are exactly the same. In meiosis we're going to make four new cells. So that's one difference between mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis we get two, meiosis we get four. Another thing that's going to be different. In mitosis, the number of chromosomes stays the same because you want the new cells, new skin cells, new bone cells, whatever. You want them to be exactly the same as all your other skin cells. So, we have 46 chromosomes in our somatic or body cells. In mitosis, when those things divide, the two new cells, they also have 46. 46. You have all the chromosomes in mitosis. Now, in meiosis, we're going to cut that number in half. So we're going to start with a cell with 46 chromosomes, but at the end of meiosis, each cell is going to have 23 chromosomes. So we're going to cut the number of chromosomes in half. And what we're doing here, we're not making body or somatic cells. We're not making skin or bone or blood cells. We're making sex cells. This is how sex cells are made. For the male, it's called the sperm, and for the females, it's called eggs or ova. Another term for these sex cells is gametes. Gametes, and we'll go over that in a second. All right, so once again, meiosis. We're going to make four cells. We're making gametes, not somatic cells. We're making gametes like the male sperm and the female egg. These are the things that come together at fertilization, which causes a pregnancy and can cause you to have a baby or to have offspring. Now, the question is, remember in mitosis, human somatic cells start with 46 chromosomes, and after they divide, each one of their new daughter cells also has 46. Now, the question is, why is it important in meiosis, when we're making our sex cells, our gametes, why is it important to start with 46, but why is it important that our gametes, when they're formed, the sperm and the egg, why is it important that they only have 23 chromosomes? Think about that for a second. Why do we want the sperm and egg to have 23 chromosomes? And I'll answer that on the next slide. All right, so the question on the last slide was, why is it important in meiosis, when we're making our sex cells, gametes, sperm and egg, why is it important to cut the number of chromosomes in half from 46 down to 23 in each of our sex cells, gametes, sperm and egg? So, sperm cells look something like that. Egg, looks like that. Let's just pretend for a second that they did not divide the number of chromosomes in half from 46 to 23. Let's just say they stayed at 46 inside the sperm and 46 chromosomes inside the egg. When those two come together at fertilization, the sperm's 46 would come together with the egg's 46, and that would equal 92 chromosomes. Your child would have 92 chromosomes. You guys have 46. Your kid would have 92. Well, what would your kid be? Would it be a human with 92 chromosomes? What type of organisms have 92 chromosomes? Well, the doctor might come to you and say, hey, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You had a swamp rat. Swamp rats have 92 chromosomes. Or maybe a little bit, if you're a little bit more lucky, they would say, hey, congratulations, you had a shrimp. Shrimp also have 92 chromosomes. That's why it's important for your sex cells, the sperm and egg, to only have 23. So when they come together, 23 plus 23 equals, they'll say, congratulations, you have a Homo sapien, a human being, with 46 chromosomes. All right, second to last slide. We're almost done with this head puzzle today. Somatic cells, we should know that by now. We've been talking about it for a while. These are our body cells. Every cell in your body except your sex cells. So you males out there, it is your skin, it is your bone, it is your blood, but it is not your sperm. Females, same thing. Skin, blood, bone, but not the egg. Those are your somatic cells. Remember, you have 2 of each of these chromosomes. So you have 2 chromosome number 1s, one from mom, one from dad. 2 number 2s, one from mom, one from dad. 2 number 3s, one from mom, one from dad. 2 number 4s, one from mom, one from dad. Get the point? That's called being diploid. Your somatic cells are diploid. They have 2 of each chromosome. 2 copies of each chromosome. That's called being diploid. Now, your gametes, your sex cells, the sperm, the egg, they're called haploid. Because, remember, your somatic cells have 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs, but when we make your gametes, the sperm and egg, we cut that number in half to 23. So haploid means you only have 1 of each chromosome. You don't have 2 anymore of each, you have 1. So it basically means you have half. That's haploid. Diploid means you have 2 of each chromosome, or you have double the haploid number. Homologous chromosomes, these are going to be super important. Basically, all that is, if you remember from our very first slide, you saw all of the human chromosomes, pair number 1 through pair number 23. Well, you have 2 chromosome number 1s. Chromosome number 5. Both of those chromosomes have the gene or the information to determine if you have dimples. Both of them. The one from your mom, one from your dad. That's the chromosome that determines if you have dimples. Chromosome number 15, like I said, both of them, one from your mom, one from your dad, determine whether you have blue eyes or not. So these are chromosomes. They have very similar size, but more importantly, they carry the same type of genetic information. So it could be hair color, eye color, skin color, dimples. Do you have a unibrow or do you have 2 eyebrows? Things like that. Homologous chromosomes carry the same type of genetic information. We'll go over that more later. And the last thing, why do we even make sex cells in the first place? Why do we need these gametes? What are gametes good for? Well, gametes are good for sexual reproduction. If you want to reproduce more of your species, if you want to have kids, if your dogs want to have puppies, if your cats want to have kittens, that's called sexual reproduction. We gotta make gametes, sex cells. Here's a little picture right here under a microscope which shows the process of fertilization. All these, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I can kind of see it. All these little tiny little tadpole looking things, that's the sperm with their 23 chromosomes. All of them are trying to break through and enter the egg, the female egg, with its 23 chromosomes. And the one lucky sperm that gets in there, they're going to add these 23 plus 23, and you will get what's called a zygote, which is a fertilized egg. And since this fertilized egg, this zygote, now has one of each chromosome from mom and one of each chromosome from dad, that thing is now diploid. So you have a haploid sperm entering a haploid egg, and you end up with a diploid zygote. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you again later.